For this match, Robert Jones leading Swansea in the absence of Richard Moriarty. And from the international halfbacks to an international referee in charge of this match is Winston Jones of Ammanford, and it's going to be Swansea with the breeze going down towards the town enclosure. Bevan with a kick, Jonathan Davis with a clearance. First touch of the ball for the Neath skipper. And immediately the referee, Winston Jones, asking for some separation between the two sets of forwards. Colclough Keith is number 1 at the front for Swansea, and his namesake jumping in the middle at 4. And that is Maurice Colclough. Very much a key figure in this clash. Swansea will need all his experience. And an immediate penalty and a bit of temperament. Well, the first scrum has certainly produced its problems. And the reversal of the penalty gives Jonathan Davis the opportunity to take the pressure away. It's a high kick. Bevan takes the ball, but his feet were in touch. No hesitation from the Neath touch judge. Phillips with a throw. Colclough goes up. Mark Jones doing the cleaning up work at the back of the line, but this is a tremendous try by the All Whites. Suddenly it's steadied by the Neath 8s. Kevin Phillips trying to squirm his way through. And a responding drive from the Neath 8s. Jonathan Davis. Good kick on the far side for Graham Davis to chase. Bevan is back there for the All Whites. And that's not going to reach touch. Powell takes. And there was a bit of confusion between Steve Powell and Jonathan Davis. And it should result in a scrum to Swansea. Although indeed Winston Jones going for the line out. So it's Paul Hitchens to throw just inside the Swansea half. A low one for Colclough. Robert Jones, Tony Clement. Nice little jink outside the back row, but is picked up by Richard Griffiths. Griffiths on the far side of Kevin Phillips. Kevin Phillips, could this be the opening try for the young hooker? Does he get there? And Kevin Phillips denied his first try of the season. Phil Bennett, not a bad move, and all to do with the alertness of Richard Griffiths.
Well, as we can see, it's well won in the line-out by Swansea, and when the ball eventually comes back to Clement at the outside half, he goes on the outside, but he takes too long, and Griffiths is up, charges it down, and shows good alertness, picks the ball up, and who's there? The Neath and new Welsh hooker, Kevin Phillips. He's got 22 metres to go. It looks as if he's odds on to score, but he's tackled, and there's been a knock-on, and Swansea breathe again.
Such terrible luck for young Kevin Phillips, and for the Neath club, and indeed for Wales. It looks like a very bad shoulder injury. And let's not forget that Neath will be denied the services of Paul Thorburn as well, with another bad shoulder injury at Parc des Princes last Saturday. Kevin Phillips, who so very nearly came to scoring his first try, now off the field. The game, meanwhile, goes on. Di Morgan has joined as the replacement. Swansea under pressure. John Thomas being held on the try line. So the rearrangement in the Neath pack is that Lynn Jones, the flanker, has now gone to the hooking position, with Di Morgan joining Neath in the back row. Andrew Booth with the feed, and it's good clean heel picked up by Mark Jones. Doesn't find a way through that time, and playing the ball after the tackle means that Swansea have gained a penalty. Meanwhile, the departure of young Kevin Phillips. Richard Bevan. It's a high kick, and it's a good one. Good and accurate from the young fullback, Richard Bevan. He spent some time with Aberafon. Comes from Gorsinan. Evans looking for Clegg and finding him. Booth, Jonathan Davis. The miss move. Powell has come into the line. Alan Edmonds is outside. Back inside of Lynn Jones to Jonathan Davis again. A half tackle that time by Richard Bevan. Booth, Powell in the movement for the second time. A good ball to win this if Neath can get it back. But suddenly the inevitable whistle from referee Winston Jones, but good support play there by the Welsh All Blacks. So let's see what kind of drive Neath can put on with the replacement hooker. Mark Jones the pickup, cleaning it up for Booth. Jonathan Davis. Oh, that's a tempting one and a dangerous one for Swansea. Nobody's ball. Nobody really concentrating on the fight of the ball at all. And suddenly Booth to Jonathan Davis, and there's an overlap here. Jonathan Davis, and the try surely is going to be scored by Alan Edmonds. Edmonds, the try scorer, and Neath go into the lead, and much created by that quick delivery to Jonathan Davis and the men outside.
And this really starts at the scrum. Let's look at this solid scrum ball by Neath. And when it comes to Jonathan Davis, he puts a lovely chip ahead. It's a high ball. Now, I thought maybe Richard Griffiths did obstruct Bevan, but the referee let play go, and nobody seems to want the loose ball. But eventually, when it does come back, Booth feeds it quickly to Jonathan Davis, and he only needs half a yard, this man. He goes outside the cover, times his pass beautifully, and Edmonds has a simple task of scoring the try.
Just a single try between them. Stuart Evans. This a crucial throw in. The Swansea are that close to the Neath try line. It's won by John Williams. Robert Jones, a massive pass to Medway in the centre. It's picked up by Richard Webster. A good flanker right on the shoulder of the centre. Robert Jones, if Swansea can get hold of possession, we might see a drop goal. Medway on the far side though, to Parfitt. Parfitt has found a little bit of a break, and a good try by Stuart Parfitt on that far side, and that's his second try of the season.
And this starts at the line out when Neath are going to have problems this afternoon, because they obviously haven't got a hooker throwing in, and Swansea win it. And just look for the stocky centre, typical New Zealand burst. But the key man is Richard Webster, backing up as a good flank forward. He drives in right in the heart of the Neath defence under the post. And you see, when he comes back to Robert Jones, he switches it, and when Parfitt gets it, he goes outside some weak tackling to score a lovely try in the corner.
So it's a fair old distance for Richard Bevan, right on the touchline. And it's not a very kind angle either. But he's well capable of kicking them from long distances. It looks a fairly comfortable one. The flags go up and Swansea go into the lead. The marvellous conversion from the young fullback Richard Bevan, giving Swansea the lead by 6 points to 4. Booth in a good attacking position for Neath again. This time Swansea won it against the head, but illegally. And all of a sudden, and once again, a headbutt. We've seen that once before at the Knoll, and no nonsense from referee Winston Jones. The man being called over there is David Young. The Swansea captain, Robert Jones, been told by Winston Jones that he's having none of it. David Young takes an early shower. Swansea reduced to 14 men.
And we can see that when Mr. Jones has penalised Swansea in the scrum, the two front rows are at war, and he's trying to cool them down, but there David Young foolishly headbutts Joseph, the Neath prop, and right in front of Mr. Winston Jones, no alternative, he has to leave the field.
So the penalty awarded to Neath, of course, and an opportunity for Andrew Booth to regain the lead for Neath, which he does. We've now had 6 extra minutes added on, and that's because of the long delay as Kevin Phillips left the field in the first 5 minutes. Neath take hold of possession. Jonathan Davis and Richard Griffiths drops it. Swansea looking for the advantage. Robert Jones, there's a bit of a gap there, and there's an overlap. That's meant for Arthur Emmer to chase. Alan Edwards is back there for Neath, but surely he might have... No, a try awarded Arthur Emmer, and that's an opportunist try. The mistake made by Alan Edmonds, and Arthur Emmer gets his 17th try of the season.
And let's go back to the line out. Neath win the ball, a lovely take, and Neath try to move it, but Richard Griffiths spills the ball in midfield. And fair play, the New Zealand man, Mudgway's there like a flash. Good driving in, good support play, and isn't it nice to see when the ball comes back, we can see that Robert Jones has got the legs to run and look for a gap, and a lovely grubber kick along there. Neath seem to have it covered, Edmund seems to hack it away, misses the ball, and Arthur Emmer, an ace at snapping up chances, scores a good try for Swansea.
Swansea in the lead by 10 points to 7 at half-time. The last incident being that try scored by Arthur Emmer. We rejoin the match now a little way into the second half. Richard Bevan, Parfit on the far side. Good little run that time, looking for Webster inside, didn't quite get hold of him. Mark Davis cleans up for Swansea, and is taken by Mudgway. Was it a high tackle? Yes, indeed. And another penalty will be offered Swansea.
And we can have a look at this again. Swansea win, good ball, it's flicked out, and this man, Mudgway, is a very, very stocky character. He goes on the burst, and as we can see, he's taken neck eye, dangerous tackle, quite rightly a penalty awarded.
Richard Bevan, and this a simpler kick simply because there's not much of an angle on it, but a good 35 metres. And of course Swansea ruining the fact that this opportunity not being given to Mark Wyatt, but it's Bevan, and this time success for Richard Bevan, his first penalty of the afternoon, and that increases Swansea's lead to 13 points to 7. Mark Jones to boot. Lovely pick up by Jonathan Davis. Bevan under pressure. Goes up for the ball. Half takes it. It comes to Bridgewater for Neath. Neath deep inside. This is Swansea 22. As Booth waits for the service from his forwards. And the drive comes from the Neath 8. Suddenly Swansea have it. Robert Jones. Arthur Emmer. Not a bad kick to touch. So in this last quarter of the match, it's a question of whether Swansea can hold on to this 13 points to 7 lead and take Neath's unbeaten ground record. Hitchins with a throw. Anybody's ball, but it comes back on the Neath side. A Booth, Jonathan Davis, the extra man, Lynn Jones there, sets it up. Back he comes to Jonathan Davis. He's got Powell outside. Powell takes hold of the delivery. Will set it up. Now Neath will want this possession once again. Booth is there, impatiently waiting. Booth with the service to Jonathan Davis. The little dummy, and a superb run. The ball comes to Richard Griffiths, dangerously close to the Swansea try line. And the penalty to Neath. Swansea killing the ball. That has been the feature of the game, taking hold of the ball and grounding it and not releasing it. So Neath, what are they going to do with it? The pivot man is Boog. The chap, Stuart Evans, on the charge. Has he made it? It's a try for Stuart Evans. His second of the season. The weight's carrying him over. And what a powerful man he is.
And full credit to Neath. They could have gone for the 3 points, but just watch for Andrew Booth. Standing there with the ball, and it's the tap on the knees. And who comes? The 17.5-stone man Stuart Evans. Takes it low. No stopping him from 5 metres. He ploughs over for a good try.
Andrew Booth with a relatively simple kick, but this really is now pressure rugby. Booth, it's there, and would you believe it's all square at the knoll. 13 points all, and we've had 23 minutes of play. And on the short side of this scrum is Jonathan Davis, so the ball might well go to that side. It's a back row move. Phil Pugh setting it up. Booth to Mark Jones, standing off. Lynn Jones to Booth, to Jonathan Davis, up into the sunshine. Richard Bevan underneath, hasn't quite got hold of the ball. It's Lynn Jones again. What a dynamo this man is. First to the ball comes back. It's picked up by Barry Clegg. Booth snapping at the heels of his forwards. The drive is on as Lynn Jones joins his colleagues. But Swansea do well to withstand the pressure and turn Neath round. And the whistle from Winston Jones, but it's an attacking scrum for Neath. Booth with the feed. Waiting for the drive. Is Robert Jones offside? Certainly was a knock-on and possibly an offside and a penalty award. Yes, indeed. Robert Jones a little bit too early, coming round on his opposite number, Andrew Booth. And this, an opportunity for Neath. They kicked from they ran with Stuart Evans from a similar position before. Might they do the same thing this time? He certainly looks eager for it. Booth. Stuart Evans. Again, a try for Evans. Well, he's unstoppable from that distance. As we mentioned earlier, when you get 17.5 stone coming at you at a vast weight of knots, what do you do?
Very interesting to see that Jonathan Davis elected to run that short penalty because he saw that he was unstoppable, Stuart Evans, from the last time when he scored a try, and he proved yet again the right decision.
The conversion a little more difficult for Andrew Booth this time. Well, he looks a good one. Will it go just around? It's there. So Neath go into the lead by 19 points to 13. And it really is a remarkable defence of their home ground record. The line-out signals coming from Robert Jones. Holclough, one-handed, goes up. Clement, Missat Mudgeway, Parfit to Arthur Emir. Will he get away this time? He has. Up towards the 10-metre line. Good run by Arthur Emir. Setting it up just outside the 22. Pugh is in there and goes in on the offside position, using his shoulder, and so it's a penalty to the All Whites.
Swansea at last won in line-up on, and a lovely pass by Robert Jones under pressure, and it's the missed pass in the midfield which gives Arthur Emir the chance to run at Edmonds. He shrugs him aside, comes back inside, shows tremendous strength. Good play by the Swansea winger.
So a minute of actual time left in this match, plus the time added on for the injuries, which have been several. Thomas to Jones to Clement, working on that side for Arthur Emir again. The kick ahead is by Bevan. And a little bit of niggle between Arthur Emir and Alan Edmonds.
But it's very noticeable that Swansea, every time they have the chance, they move it left to Arthur Emir because he's such a strong runner, and when he had the ball there, it took 3 Neath players to bring him down.
Hitchens with a throw. Neath have it now. Booth to Lynn Jones. He's got men outside. Turns inside for Mark Jones, making a bit of a hash of it. One wonders whether Lynn Jones, had he released that ball, might have made better use of it along the 3/4. And it's Robert Jones just outside the Neath 22. Disruptive drive coming, and the wheel coming from Neath. This is Mudgeway, the Kiwi centre, and Neath have it. To Di Morgan on the short side. Mark Jones in support. But the response comes from Swansea. It's a penalty to Neath. The Swansea caught offside. And there's little doubt as to what will happen in the next couple of seconds, but a kick to touch. Robert Jones. Swansea will have to counter-attack. Back they come to Tickley. John Thomas puts the ball on the ground, waiting for the support. But the whistle goes from referee Winston Jones. And that is the final whistle. Neath's home ground record remains intact. It was by no means a classic game. It was full of incident, but Swansea will really rue the fact that they didn't have a reliable goal kicker. Penalties were missed, and but the match in the end resulting in a Neath victory by 19 points to 13.